Hey, Facebook and YouTube fans, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's about 11:22, so some of you might be asleep. So most of you won't see this video until tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. I want to introduce myself to those who may not know me. My name is Erica Rachel. I call myself Miss Ambitious. It's my nickname. I gave myself that nickname because I am very ambitious. I strive for success. I strive for the best. Um, I love studying. I don't like just sitting around not occupied doing something. Because I found that when I was not doing anything, the devil found my idle mind time to manipulate me and trick me and make me believe that I was worthless. So I keep myself busy. I have majored in several subjects: medical assisting, massage therapy, child daycare, several. Right now I'm in school for business management. I tend to own my own outreach program, so that's exciting for me. But on to tonight. I'm making this video because I have several concerns. I have my Bible here. Several concerns about, the difference between the way people act during the holiday, during Christmas season, than the way they act year round, People tend to have a more giving heart, a more forgiving heart. People tend to just be, they just act different compared to how they would have acted in June or July. So to make my point clear, in Deuteronomy chapter 15, God says, verse 7, he says, "Suppose there are poor people among you, and suppose they live in one of the towns in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Then don't be mean to them. They are poor, so don't hold back money from them. Instead, open your hands and lend them what they need. Do it freely." I think that God means not to just do this during Christmas. You should be giving and kind to poor people all year round, or anyone that's struggling. Because I know myself. If I knew someone that was going through something and they didn't have the means to get by or the money, I would do anything I can to help these people. Something that bothered me years ago, maybe about 3.5 years ago. My husband, we had just moved into this apartment and we didn't have a car. And one of his family members, he walked to the grocery store and had at least maybe 4 heavy bags of groceries in his hand. And one of his family members passed by him and laughed and made fun of, like, hey, I saw James and he was walking down the street. Okay, why didn't you offer him a ride home? So, I've just had some strange experiences with that. And if that had been me driving in the vehicle and seeing one of my family members walking with bags of heavy groceries, I would have pulled over and offered them a ride. There was no way I would pass by and find out about it later, that this person was upset at me because they heard that they heard from other people that I had saw him walking. No. That's not me, and that's not how I roll. So basically, I'm saying that it's just not fair. I don't find it fair at all to certain people, especially family. I'm very family oriented. And sometimes what gets me is that I see a very intact family, everything that you could ever wish. The child or the adult has both parents, father and mother still living, um, and nice home. They both are working. The child is working, and they take each other seriously for granted. And here I am, I'm 25 years old, and my mother is suffering from schizophrenia, and my father overdosed on blood pressure medication and killed himself in 1994 due to depression. So I don't know what it's like to have both of my parents in a very intact family, where there's love and you feel welcome to come home anytime. I don't know what that's like. So I get a little upset when I hear about children or adult children doing things to their parents, or anything that's unacceptable, and they just take it all for granted. Like I watch Snapped a lot, and this young lady, she had a wonderful mother that was working, providing for her, doing everything. She had a nice home, and all of a sudden this boyfriend comes along, and they both decide to kill the woman because she didn't like the boyfriend. And she had her reasons not to, because he was a convict. He had a terrible background. He had done several things that he had no business doing. So the mother had every right, and the girl wasn't none, but she wasn't even grown, I think. And the dude was way older than she was. So to hear about story, it just makes me, I don't know, it just upsets me inside, because she lost her life. She was a good mother, and she did everything she could for her child, and she didn't appreciate it. Basically, she took her mother for granted. Now she's behind bars, and so is her so-called then boyfriend that lied on her and told the law enforcement that she was the one that said that, hey, let's kill my mother. And so it's upsetting. I have several other stories that I could tell, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Basically, my main focus to get this point across to you all is that please be friendly, be kind, be nice all year round. And just because it's Christmas don't mean that, hey, I can pretend that I like this person for 24 hours just on this day, but the next day, he gonna still owe me my money. Come on now, that's shady and that's trifling and that's wrong. God wants us to forgive one another right there on the spot. I know it takes time. I know you might be hurting, but don't pretend that you have forgiven someone just because it's a holiday. Another subject I want to talk about is that, I just don't feel that it's fair that many people go through life having these wonderful things and that other people don't have, and they take it for granted. And even me, although I don't possess a lot of material things, or my mother is not always here, or my father is gone, but I have two beautiful people in my life, my son and my husband. And I love my sisters, I love all my family members to death. But my husband and my son are the two most important individuals in my life right now, and they are truly angels from heaven. And I thank God every day for them, because they truly are blessings, and it's something that I've always wanted. So God blesses you. He does. He gives you what you want, but not what you. He gives you what you need, rather, not what you want all the time. And that's the way it should be, because if you're constantly getting what you want, you will take for granted what you need. And I see that's what's going on. I see that that's exactly what's going on with some people. They're too big on getting things that they want, like new cars, new shoes, new clothes, and then they forget the important aspects of what life really is. And it takes terrible things to happen in this person's life in order for them to wake up and see that, hey, oh man, I just really took this person for granted, or I just really took this for granted, and I shouldn't have, it shouldn't have been that way. So all I'm saying, fam, is just please love one another. Life is too short to be holding grudges. Get it together, basically. If you got something against somebody, talk to them. I didn't like my mother for a long time because of some of the things she said to me. She said that I was going to be a fat cow, that I wasn't going to do nothing but have a bunch of babies running around with a nigga hitting upside my head. That's not what I have. I refuse to accept that. Yes, my mother said those things to me because she was hurt from what her mother said to her coming up as a child. And still to this day, my mother's 61 years old, and she's still hurt over some things that her mother did to her. So, but me, I'm different. I'm not going to sit around and pout and cry and moan over what happened to me. What I'm going to do is just reach out to other people like I'm doing now. Because that's my goal. I want to help you. Because I love you, all of you. And I want you all to succeed. And don't let this media brainwash you. Please. Alright, I love you guys. I'll be filming again, I guess, Monday. Happy holidays to you all.